What exactly should you ask in your life coaching discovery calls to convert your prospect into client? In today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 questions you need to ask in your life coaching discovery calls. How exactly should you phrase them? What is the sentence structure? And how each of them can increase the chances of your client conversion. If you're a new life coach and you're nervous about conducting discovery calls, stay with me till the end, because at the end I'm going to share you some pre-discovery call bonus tips which will help you conduct a killer discovery call. Before we get started, I have something free for you if you're a new life coach struggling to sign your first client. You are nervous and scared on every discovery call. Or you think you're doing good in your discovery calls but hearing a no at the end of every call. Or maybe you're creating content but it's not resonating with your audience, so you're not getting leads. If this sounds like you, I'm opening 5 slots for a free 30-minute strategy call with me. In this call, we will go deep into what's holding you back, identify your problems, roadblocks, and gap in the process, and sketch out a roadmap to your first premium client. Link to book this call is in the description. I have only 5 slots open, so if you need some guidance on this, please book the call now. Let's get into today's topic. This whole process and these questions have helped me close multiple life coaching clients and conduct some great discovery calls where I built a beautiful connection with the prospect and they came back to me later. So let's get started. First, let's quickly talk about discovery calls and how you should approach these discovery calls for maximum conversion. I think it's important to see these calls as an opportunity to understand the prospect's challenges better and to find out if you are a good fit for each other, instead of seeing this as just a place to sell or just to convert. So go with that energy where you're all in to understand if this person is the right fit for you, and you're going to help this person how to move forward, and also you're going to help them make a decision. So with that, let's get started. Can you help a person if you don't know what do they want? So it's important to know what this person's exact goals are. Not only that, it is also important to know how achieving this goal translates in their everyday life. For example, if your prospect says they want to become confident, does that mean they want to confidently speak in their meetings? Or does that mean they want to confidently socialize? It's important for you as a coach to know that. So ask them, what are your goals? Describe it to me. How does achieving this goal look like in your life? This question not only helps you understand what are you helping them with and how exactly can you help them, this also makes them see a bright future and get excited about the positive change through you. By the time they finish telling you, they have imagined this positive future and looking forward to bringing it to reality, hopefully through your program. This question will build a connection between you and your prospect. When a person comes for life coaching, they usually have a lot of challenges that are interconnected. The more in depth you know about them, easier it will be for you to help them. So ask, what are the challenges holding you back from achieving your goals? Can you describe it to me in detail? This question will help them pour their heart out to you. In my experience, many people have told me just after sharing their challenges, they felt so light and they felt very good that I was intently listening to them. This will make them build that trust in you, that you care about their problems and you are there to listen to them. Let me give you a simple example. Let's take 2 scenarios. Scenario 1, you have gone to a furniture store and they are showing you around. They are showing you all the furnitures that are there. Okay. The second scenario is you have gone to the furniture store. They are showing you around, but in between they ask you, is there anything particular you're looking for? In which of these cases do you feel good? Probably the second one, right? You feel heard and you feel like they care. So the third question you need to ask is when you explain to them the program features, deliverable and structures. Ask them, is this what you're looking for or is there anything else? This question makes them feel heard and also helps you both understand if you are a good fit for each other. Has it ever happened to you that you explained the program to the prospect, you told them what was the investment, all the details, and at the end they said, this amount is too much for me right now? What if I tell you many times the objection may not be about the money, but there might be something else that's holding them back? Maybe it's about not having enough time or not trusting enough that they get the results. Many times people have these objections, people have these doubts, but they don't really voice it out all the time. So make sure you tackle their objections before you talk about the investment. Once you have explained your program, all the details, you have given all the details, ask them, before we go to the investment part, is there anything that's holding you back from moving forward with this program? This question helps them share any objections that they might have other than the investment, and you can show your expertise by handling those objections. Have you ever heard a flat okay or I'll get back to you at the end of your discovery calls? Honestly, it's a bit frustrating and disappointing to not know what they are thinking. Is there anything that you can help them with? Is have they made a decision? Is it towards a maybe or towards a no, right? Of course, you need to give them the space to think and get back to you, but you can again address some objections here. When someone says at the end of a discovery call, I need to think or I'll get back to you, ask this question. Definitely you can take your time and think, then get back to me. But would you like to share what's on your mind? Maybe if there is anything I can help with? This question again helps them open up to you with other objections they might have, maybe financial constraints they need to discuss with someone, or maybe they would prefer a payment plan, things like that. Now you know what is holding them back and if and how you can help them with that. So these are the 5 questions you need to ask in your life coaching discovery call. And here are the bonus tips for your discovery calls. First, ask some basic questions even before the discovery call, maybe in a dedicated form or in the messages itself. Include some basic questions like their name, profession, Instagram handle, and also include some questions that will help you prepare for the discovery call and customize the program that is fit for them. Second, go with the right energy to understand this prospect's problems, to see if they are a good fit, to help them understand their challenges and see how they can find the solution, and not to just convert or sell the program. Third and final tip, prepare for your discovery call. Practice the flow of you explaining the program and boost your energy before the discovery call and go with confidence. I hope this helps you prepare for your next discovery call and close your first life coaching client. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what other topics do you want me to cover in this channel, and also subscribe to my channel. I bring videos to you every week. See you in the next episode.